guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, then welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, then you know how much I love you and thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm starting a new series here on my channel where I go through the 4 elements: earth, fire, wind and water, and I'm sure you guys can guess what today is. Never seen this done before and I thought that it would be really different. This is a fire halo eye. So I do go into detail in this video and I just wanted to show you guys my more creative side. I feel like I've been showing a lot of cut creases and glam looks, but this is definitely one that's a little bit more creative and I just thought I would share it with you, so I hope that you really enjoy it. So let's get into this video and I will show you guys how I created this. Decided to change my hair again. I feel like I'm naturally blonde at heart, but most of you don't know that this is actually my real natural hair colour. I am dark brown. For brows today, I'm going to go in with Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe, and I kind of feel like by now I've shown you guys how I do them, so I'm just going to fast forward through it. So now that they look absolutely crazy, I'm going to go in with Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define and really carve them out and get that shape. So just taking a miracle sponge by Real Techniques, I'm just going to blend all this out. Then I'm just taking some RCMA on a Spectrum BO5 brush and I'm going to stipple this all over the eyes to set it. For eyes today, I'm going to go in with something a little bit different. I've done it before, but never on this channel. I've actually created looks with this before on my Instagram, which right here is my handle, so go and follow me, send me a DM and we can chat. I'm going to be taking liquid lipstick in the shade American Doll by Anastasia. It's this really bright, piercing red shade, and I'm going to lay this down all over the eye and blend it through the crease. And then obviously this is a look in itself, so you can just, you know, go out like this. I can already feel the subscribers just leaving. To blend this out and really help diffuse it up into the eyebrows and it not be so like crazy harsh like this, you know, I feel like I'm very 2002 right now. I'm going to be taking the Magic Palette by Juvia's Place. This is what it looks like. This is what the inside looks like. It's huge. Like compared to my face, it's so big. And I kind of feel like I'm going to pronounce some of these names wrong, but I'm going to be taking this shade right here and I think it's called Koje. And I'm just going to take that on a really fluffy Morphe brush and I'm going to help diffuse that liquid lipstick up into the eyebrow just a little bit more. So I've been reading your guys' comments and you've been asking for like little specific tips when it comes to blending eyeshadow. So this is something that so many people can overlook. If you are blending your eyeshadow, the best way to diffuse it out is to use the side of the brush. So like this part right here. The reason for this is because it has different length bristles, whereas at the top they're very much all the kind of dense same length. That's really going to help pack pigment in, but if you want to help diffuse, use the sides. So go in like this rather than like this. So for the next shade, it's actually in a different palette. I think the total of palettes that I'm going to be using today is 3, and I'm going to go into the Life's a Drag palette, and the shade I'm going to be dipping into is Campy, which is a really bright yellow shade. At this point, we're risking bringing the eyeshadow far too high up and it leading into the brow. So to avoid that, I'm going to make the eye look more multi-dimensional by only blending this really bright yellow shade in the inner corner as well as the outer corner. Now that that part's done, I'm going to be taking the shade Shady, which is that really jet black shade right here, and I'm going to be blending that completely through the crease and all over the lid. I'm going to take a Morphe brush just to pack this on. I feel like this is going to get so messy. I really hope not, but black shadows tend to do this where they just go everywhere, which is why we started with the eyes first. Taking a wet wipe, I need to clean up the sides of the eye and just underneath, just where fallouts happened, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in and show you up close of creating the fireball. This is probably the most detailed bit and quite hard to follow, so I feel like the best thing I can do is really just say watch really closely and pick up some techniques from me. I don't really feel like it's an easy thing to talk people through, but I will try my best. So now that you guys are zoomed right in, you can see that blend. I'm just going to take this really small bullet Morphe brush and I'm going to start applying the concealer right in the middle, just as you would a halo eye, except I'm going to go in a complete circle and then we're going to build on top of this. So moving on to my third and final palette, I'm going to be taking the Ocean palette by OPV and I'm going to be dipping into this really vibrant orange shade called Vetiver. Taking that same bullet brush, I'm just going to be placing this all over. So now that that is really bright and really intense, I'm going to begin in with a different kind of product that I haven't really seen anybody talk about online before. So this is Illamasqua-Sealing Gel, and what this does is, this is so cool. This turns any eyeshadow into a liquid liner. So all you do is take a little bit of this and drop it onto a surface, and then scrape a little bit of your eyeshadow that you would like to use as a liquid liner, mix them together, and you're ready to go. So the next couple of steps I'm not going to talk you guys through, but you get the gist. I'm just drawing flames and I'm going to be changing through all of the exact same shadows that I used on the eye and just really helping to define these flames even more. So I'm going to be using the liquid lipstick, the black eyeshadow, everything, and creating these flames. So all I've done is draw an outline using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick. Now I'm just taking some NYX white liner and I'm just going to randomly place it just where the yellow parts are, so kind of like through them, just to give a lighter flame appearance. Okay, so this is what the eyes look like just now. They are still drying, so it's still very strange for me to be able to open my eyes, but we're going to be moving on to the face now. For primer today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Angel Veil, and I'm just going to be applying this just all over nice and generously. For foundation today, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation, and this is in the shade F1. So I did add just a tiny bit too much, but it's okay, we're going to make it work. Next, I'm going to be taking the Tarte-Shape Tape Concealer and I'm just going to be applying this under the eyes, which is where I've left the foundation away from. And because I did go in so heavy-handed with the foundation, I don't want to go in too much with this, so I'm just going to be applying a tiny little bit. This definitely goes a long way. In order to blend the inner corner of the eye where the concealer is, I love to take a fluffy dome brush. This is just a crease brush, and I like to just help blend that concealer in. So this is just like a little hack that I love to use just to help save that eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm aware that this looks really pasty pale, so I'm going to warm up the face using some Chanel bronzer. I'm just going to take some of that on a Real Techniques sculpting brush. To set the face today, I'm going to be taking some of the Maybelline-Fit Me powder. This is of course my favourite one. I use this in every video because it's the best. I am going to be using my favourite drugstore palette. This is by W7 and this is the Cheeky Trio palette. So this is what it looks like inside. It has a bronzer, a blush, and then a highlight. So this bronzer is really hard to describe. It feels very foamy, and I know that sounds so weird, like what do I mean by that, but I can't describe it. Like it blends like no other bronzer I've ever tried in my life, and never like any other product I've ever tried in my life. It's one of the best bronzers out there. For blush today, I'm going to be using the Balm blush, and this is Fratboy. This is what this one looks like. It's a really pink blushy shade. I'm also just going to take a tiny little bit and start bringing it under the eyes. This is, again, just going to help that crazy bold eye tie into the rest of the face. Just taking some RCMA translucent setting powder on a really fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pat this around the mouth and under the eyes. Now I'm going to be moving on to the bottom lash line and just getting the pigment there so that we can apply some lashes next. I think I've been pronouncing the name of the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, that shade Koji I've been saying. I think it's Kogi. I'm not even sure, but that really red shade, I'm just going to be taking that and blending it all the way under the lash line. Then taking some of Campe from the Life's a Drag palette, I'm going to blend that completely out. Taking a Real Techniques angled brush, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Shady, and I'm going to be bringing that all along the waterline. And then just mixing some of Koji and Shady, I'm going to be blending that completely out. You know, you guys, I sat down today, I'm going to create this look for you, and then the next minute, I don't even know. So I'm going to take one of the biggest blending brushes that you guys have ever seen in your life. It's huge, like literally like the size of my eye, and I'm going to be taking some of that shade Campe on this brush, and I'm going to be blending this quite far down the face and merging it with the blush. That's when the blush comes in really handy because it diffuses the yellow and it just connects the whole face together. To line my bottom waterline, I'm going to be taking Revlon lip liner in the shade Red. To line the top waterline, I'm going to be taking some of the Amazon Tarte Clay Liner in Black. For mascara today, I'm going to be taking my favourite. This is by Rimmel and it's called Wake Me Up. This smells like cucumbers and it's the best.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high.
For lashes today, I'm going to be taking this pair right here called Budapest, and this is by Tanja Cosmetics. And I'm going to be using my favourite lash glue, Lashlock by GladLash. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to be taking the Revlon lip liner. This is in the shade Nude. This is one I always go in with just because it's the exact same shade as my lips, and I feel like that's the key to over outlining. Now that the lips are over outlined and the way that I really like them, I'm going to be taking this Bullet lipstick by Bourjois in the shade Caramelody. For highlight today, I'm going to be taking VioletVoss-Enchanting. So this is a lilac shade, and you can just see how like reflective this is. Like, I mean, it looks like lights there. Look at that. That's not even a mirror. I zoomed you guys in just to see this bit. This is L'Oreal Paris's lipstick in shade Bae, and I'm actually going to be applying this to the cheeks. So I'm just taking some up like this, and I'm just going to take my middle finger and gently pat just like a tiny little bit. You can already see that it's on there, and I just want you guys to see how sparkly this turned out. So I feel like that just really made this glow even more intense than what it is, and it's just like added this extra bit of sparkle, which if you know me and you enjoy watching my videos, then you know that I love sparkle and it has to be in my highlight, always. For the inner corner, just to tie this whole look together, I'm going to be taking my Aurora Glow Kit. Here I'm just dipping into the shade Lyra. If you remember at the beginning of the video, I used a yellow just on the outer corner and the inner corner. Well, using the highlight that's peachy and pink is really going to help connect that instead of leaving a blank gap. Finishing off this look, I'm taking some Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel and I'm just going to coat through the brows. I just feel like there's been so much powder, this just really helps bring them back to life. So that completes today's look. I really hope that you enjoyed it. This was so much fun to film. I just feel like I really had to express this side of me and show you guys that I can do more than just create like some pretty colours on the eye and, you know, be done with it. If you did enjoy this video, then remember to give it a huge thumbs up. It would mean everything to me. And if you haven't yet already, subscribe please. It would mean so much. So I really hope that you enjoyed episode 1 of this new series here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard till you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm at half speed, I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me, smash with me, she savage, she wants cash money, and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna